How's sound anyway? I wonder how, whoa. I wonder how sounds are getting on. They didn't muck about with building back in the day, did they? Just get job done. Just chuck an half-ton block in there, be right. Sick it, get job done. Lucky boy. There's no real amount of digging in that goes in. Unseen digging in. The type that you have to just say, eat down, be right to. Oh my gosh. Whew. Good afternoon, and I come from here, up on Pall Mall, just about to do a route down into Deanhead Valley. So come with me, let's go and have a look. Look at this old way marker. Can't really see it now, but so many miles to Marsden. So many miles to Huddersfield. It's an old one, that. And on this side, so many miles to Scammonden and Deanhead, which is where we're going. Right guys, so today I'm vlogging on the mobile phone, and this is what I aim to do on the Nomad's Way. So it's kind of a test run really. The last time I did a big walk, I took my Sony camera, my SV1, and it was absolutely fine in so much that it was absolutely fine in so much that I could carry it around, but it was an extra weight really. But as you may or may not know, I'm trying to like lighten the load, and so this camera on my phone is absolutely sufficient. I'm actually using this, which is the Movo wireless mic. I've also got the little sort of windbreaker on top of it, and hopefully this will suffice. We'll see. I've come across a bit of a problem already. I'm on a footpath and there's just a gate. So how can it be a footpath if there's just a gate? Just scale bloody fence, don't you? It's not barbed wire, so it was easy enough. And I ain't got a backpack today, so that suits me. And we're away onto what I believe to be an old footpath. Now I don't know if it is anymore because it doesn't seem well trodden, but it has been. And this is what's up ahead. Guys, look what I found. A lovely deer. Oh. 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 There she goes. I don't think she welcomed the company. In fact, it looked like a juvenile male. Like the male's the one with the horns, the really sort of longish horns. So yeah, could have been a juvenile male, that, not sure. Anyway, hopefully gets out of there. I'm just here, guys, by the M62. Busy road that dissects some of the nicest countryside in West Yorkshire. Ho ho. Yes. The juxtaposition of it is quite beautiful, isn't it? Wind turbines and me. Got lost a bit there. Kinda. But this is a great test for the wind. So I don't know how the sound is sounding now. But there's a nice crosswind, and yeah, there's a gate that's open here. You must have known how coming. Look at that. Who am I to close it as well? It's not what to do with me. We're already open. Whew. This is where I'm supposed to be. Not down there. Pin heck, man. Guys, seriously though, public footpath. What, through there? I don't think so, somehow. Onward this way, guys. I hadn't said it yet, but not so long back, I read a story posted in paper. So the purpose of today's explore of the Yorkshire countryside, beautiful as it is a story about a mill that was built in the 1850s, and it's just down in Deanhead Valley, the purpose of which was to bring cotton weaving and spinning to the Deanhead Valley and its community of about 400 people. To build the premises and to raise the amount of capital it needed required the investment of a number of local people who invested all of their hard-earned savings. I'll carry on when it gets a bit quieter. That's what us locals call Suicide Bridge, guys. Unfortunately, some people choose to end their life there. The big bridge over Scammonden Dam. Yeah, so going back to the story, many of the dwellers of the Deanhead Valley at the time invested all their money to build this big cotton mill, weaving and spinning mill in the Deanhead Valley, just over Black Brook. The water was soft and perfect for producing that type of textile at the time. But due to financial difficulties and other problems that I'm not 100% up to date with, the mill itself, although very much almost completed, it never span wool or cotton. And as you can imagine, the people that had invested all their money was absolutely distraught, and they must have gone through some real hardships. So much so that some people ended their lives, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get down to the site. I've just got to find it first, guys. Having just had a bit of a think, guys, I think the site of the commercial mill that I'm talking about, it's down here. See all that dense lush foliage down there? I believe it's there. So this little waterway here, with that little standing body of water there, this must be the Black Brook here. And at one time there must have been a decent fair bit of water that ran through here, and that's why they built the mill down there. Well, they built it, but it never worked out. As you can see, there's a few less than 400 living here now. Yeah, it's probably something to do with this big road here. Right, guys, we're descending down into it now. I do apologise if there's a bit of a wobble there. I'm trying to keep it as steady as possible. Honest. How's sound anyway? I wonder how, whoa. Wonder how sounds are getting on. Stick to the permitted paths, they said. Oh, we ain't going to find no history if we do that. So we're going to boogie that for a game of toy soldiers, and we're going to try getting here. And hopefully we can find a way to clamber down into the bottom of the valley. There looks to be potential route through here. Flies are going, having a good go at me already. There is somewhat of a path here. I can see it under Oxford. Yes, there is. Yes. Yeah, we're going for it. Shit, guys. Right. Yes, and now, yes. And because it's all trees, it now makes it, oh yes, it's a steep bank-ish. Get down here now. Just have to get through all that undergrowth there. And once you're through it, it's not so bad. Now I'm assuming, guys, that this is what we call the Black Brook. No, guys, it is actually part of Calderdale Metropolitan Borough Council walk. Huh. Who knew? Whew. Right, so I think this is the Black Brook, guys. We've got a rain gauge, no, a height gauge on the Black Brook at the side there, but the walk goes up there, but the mill is going to be next to the brook, so I'm going to have to go off-piste down here. And there is a little bit of a pathway. People obviously do. It's a thing. So I'm feeling kind of comfortable now. You know. I'm not just being a rebel. I'm following a beaten path. Oh, the flies though, guys. The flies. That's British summertime for you. British summertime. Oh, hang on now. Hang on now. Right. Takes me up there. Do I want that? I need to kind of figure out where I am. Bear with me. Right, guys. I was having a look at somewhere down there, and sort of like the fencing were a little bit trodden on, as if someone had clambered over, and I thought, oh, maybe down there. But I thought, I'll just follow the path on, see what crack is. I've walked through here, and I'm pretty sure, damn near as definite, that this is it. This is the old commercial mill ruins, judging by the amount and the size of these blocks. So let me take you there now. Of its style. In style. Okay, so I first came in here and I thought, oh, what's this bloody big mound here? And then I started tripping over all these blocks and I'm like, these are big blocks. And then I looked around and there's more blocks. Blocks and blocks and blocks. And then came across that huge thing there. And I can see it now, look. There's base stone for it. Footings and part of the first floor still there. So let's take a closer look, yeah? Whew. Look at these. How did they get them up there? Some decent pulley systems back in there, 1850s. So yeah, this, as you can see, guys, look at the size of these blocks. It'd have been an imposing structure when they'd finished it, and in actual honesty, I'm not too sure how close they got to finished. I don't know whether they totally completed it. They never moved all gear in, so I don't think they totally ever finished it. Look, some box down there. And nature's just like reclaimed it. Whew. So 1850s is this. 1850s millstone grit sandstone, I believe, probably, most probably. And it never saw a single weaving or spinning machine at all. What a tale. Let's go on the other side. Oh, whoa. Jesus. So I don't know what's happened here. Look at all these blocks here. Guys, this is unreal. I'm assuming that half it, I don't know if that's originally where it stood there, or that's half a building that's just fallen off. I don't know what part of building I'm on now. I'm gonna go inside for a bit and get in. Whew. My goodness me. My goodness me. It must have been absolutely massive. If I go over here, guys, I think we can get to one at front of sides where some windows are still observable. Let me see if I can get over there. It doesn't look particularly safe. Hang on. Last thing I want is an injury just for a walk. So I need to be very careful here about my footing. Right, I'll follow what looks like somewhat of a path round. Yeah, well, look, that must have been where because it's built there. So yeah, we're kind of, don't know where we are in building. Look at that. There's a little outbuilding there. I feel like I should have a bloody hard hat on here. If all these rocks are falling down here, you know. Yeah, let's just stand here. Look at that. Look at that. Industrial age building and engineering. It's testament to how long it's stood there, doing sack all, battering winter after summer after winter. We all deluge of water we get in this valley here. And it's somehow still clinging on. It's just a sea of rocks. It's more impressive than I thought it was going to be. And the path leads you right to it. Should we go to this outbuilding down here? It looks like I can get in actually. Whoa, whoa. Let's have a look round backside. Let's have a look here. Hey, it's a little bit of an hole here. Should we have a look in? I don't particularly want to get too close because to say it looks steady and safe is a massive misjudgment. You see, whoa, it's got full on attacked. Whoa, slapped me. Yeah. You see, we haven't kept this story alive, really. The fact that it were in paper a few years back, and it's only like little local historians and people that are interested that know about it. Why won't you try and preserve some of this as a sort of reminder? It seems nuts to me that you wouldn't do that. Anyway, who am I? Excuse me. Do I try and scale over there? Yeah, go on. Whoa. Guys. God. Oh. This place must have been absolutely enormous. And now it's just resting on its own gravestone it made itself as it were falling apart. Whoa, nearly lost a foot down a gap. Whew. Look at that, just. Whew. There's no telling how many blocks are just below you, just already under muck and earth and that. Many. Look at this one. Look at that. Look at the size of it. They didn't muck about with building back in the day, did they? Just get job done. Just chuck an half-ton block in there, be right. Sick it, get job done. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm just going to read that article again. Because I'll get you a bit more well informed. So in this sort of Scammonden, Deanhead area, this valley, prior to it being the Scammonden Dam embankment, in this valley you had a lot of farmsteads, people that were struggling to make ends meet, living off the land, okay? They were living a very meagre existence back in the 1850s. Mill owners and weavers had begun to be very successful in both Huddersfield and Halifax, local places to this area. Of course, the people that lived here didn't have a job in that industry at that time, and so when the idea was floated about building a mill in this valley, people decided that yes, they were going to back this idea. Okay, what they decided to do to raise money was to offer shares in the company that would own the mill. Okay, so they were looking for public ownership in the mill itself. Okay, so they'd own part of the mill if they'd invest some money to help build that for the community. Some people at that time invested the whole of their life savings. Okay, it was £20 that they were asked to pay. Okay, this was a huge amount of money at the time. Not many people had £20 to spare, but if they did, they invested. Okay, and so before this mill was even begun to be built, they'd raised enough capital to build the equivalent of a building the same size as the one in Huddersfield, the railway station. It's a listed building to this day, and they had raised the same amount of money. The mill was the brainchild of a guy called John Walker of Spring Grove. he convinced many people to invest in this venture of the commercial mill here in the Scammonden Valley. And in June of 1861, 7,000 people were here, guys, where I stand. 7,000 to see the foundation stone being laid. And a Miss Shaw of Barkisland, just up the road, sang to this 7,000 people that had come to this valley to watch this foundation stone being laid. And of course John Walker there as well was there himself with a silver trowel. He laid the first stone, of course. Over the coming years the mill was built. It stretched up 6 stories. That's why there's so much stone here, guys. 6 stories. There was a roof put on it. The mill itself had enough room for 38,000 cotton spindles. 38,000. But by the time they'd put the roof on, guys, and they built it 6 stories high, and there was a floor in there, there were floors, at least for some of the upper floors anyway, there was not enough to finish the building. So the windows were never completed. There were never any doors on this building, and they ran out of money. They ran out of money, guys. And you know, over the next few years they struggled to get any more funding. The reason that they struggled when it had got to 1861, guys, is some of the other localised cotton mills were actually closing down. And so the viability itself started to be questioned as to whether they could make any money with the rest of this venture, and it actually put investors off. So in fact everything came to a grinding halt, and eventually, well, as I've told you, there was never ever a spinning or weaving machine ever put into this building. It was August of 1865 that the shareholders met at Polmore Chapel at the top of the valley there where I've parked, and they decided to go into liquidation. And as I've said, some people invested heavy money into this. There was one local chap, I think his name was Joseph Dyson. He'd invested £150, and in them days, in the 1860s, it was a huge amount of money. And he couldn't live with himself, so he came down here one of these days just after, and took himself to the top of the building and threw himself off. He couldn't live with himself and the amount of money that he'd invested, only for the proposition to turn south and never actually come to fruition. It's a sad story. So, you know, we've got a behemoth of a mill. People came from Halifax and Huddersfield just to look at this mill. It was that big. So it drew people in, but it was never finished. And people's hard-earned money that invested led to them killing themselves. Sad, sad story. What I'll do with that post in the Examiner, I'll put it in the description to this video once I've sort of edited it up and that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna trot on now, guys. But yeah, what an amazing building, and what a shame. I'm not so sure if I'm on path here. Well, no, I'm most definitely not. Lucky boy. Oh. Oh, back on footpath, guys. I just nearly went and hit deck then, nearly. Bloody hell. I sprained my foot a bit, but right. Okay, so let's carry on my hike now. I'm going to attempt to climb those, the infamous Scammonden stairs, all the way upside the embankment. I forget how many stairs it is, but it's significant. As you can see, them two blokes clambering up them now, should I say. Oh, I'll be jiggered when I get to the top. But yeah, then we'll figure out where we go from there. Someone's forgotten the water, guys, because I ain't brought any out today. I was hoping on getting a pint. Somewhere around don't walk. They've gone up there without water. They must have got to the top and thought, oh, I'll take a swig. Oh no, what? Any road. Let's do it. Nice and steady, eh? Ho ho. I've actually never done these, ever. Whew. There's actually a bloke that climbed these about, like it were hundreds of times, it for like a mental health charity or something, and that wasn't so long back. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but yeah, well done to that guy. Whew. I'm sweating now, never mind when I get to the top. I'll see you up there. I've put my mic off in a minute, guys, but just thought I'd say I've made it. Onward now. I'll catch up with you possibly when I sign. Lottery funded, guys. Brook Walk. Onward. Right guys, so I've only got about 1.7 mile left. Today's hike has served a purpose. Battery length, how to conserve, when to turn and turn off these microphones, how long it'll last, what I might need to do. It's served a purpose, definitely. So yeah, tell you what, it's quite nice down here by Broadlee, by Scammonden Reservoir and that little activities centre. Never walked around here before. Lottery funded as well. Very nice. I think I've actually gone off path here, but I'll figure it out now. Look at them legs. Beat on track.
about to come with this big walk. But it feels like that while we do it. There's no real amount of digging in that goes in. Unseen digging in. The type that you have to just say, eat down, be right to. Oh my gosh.
So why is it so hard to let you go?